clubs, wouldn't have another trump to play. That's why it was a good idea for declarer to set up the roughing route in diamonds back to his hand.
I think he can make it on a trump switch. If he wins in the dummy and plays a club.
Yes, incredibly lucky that he can. Ace, King, Jack, 10. West can't even play low to let his partner win with the 10. Because North played the 2 on the first round of spades, West knows that his partner's 3 was a singleton. He probably would lead the 10 from 10-3. So East will have shown count there. Queen in dummy, I suppose. So much better to play the king usually. If you want to show ace king in that position, then you definitely get a count signal. So if you cash the king and then give partner a spade ruff, he knows he can come over to a club.
Yeah, but they can only get it 1 down now. Clara can come back to his hand, yeah, with a heart and 1 down.
Still seems possible that West might have made 2 spades. I don't think losing 50 is that bad for them.
Gerhard, Peter is at table 11, if you want to join him there.
Okay, didn't see. I go there, no problem.
Okay.
Yes, everyone's playing that last one in hearts. 4 hearts double 2 down at one table. Someone was lucky to buy it in 2 hearts. West obviously not taking the option to compete with 2 spades.
I was going to ask you if someone managed to stop in 2, say after 1 spade, 1 no trump, 2 diamonds, 2 hearts.
Yes, that's the only plus score, which is already worth 19 to them with just 4 results in, so that's going to be a very good board. Everyone else is going minus, playing in hearts, sometimes too high. It's surprising they got to 4, really.
No. 1 club was correct, 3 diamonds was correct. and 3 hearts.
Yeah.
Or 3 spades to show hearts. They play crisscross, it seems.
I suppose one advantage of crisscross is that if you bid 3 hearts to show spades, you can then stop in 3 spades if partner's not that interested.
Not a lot to write home about here, David. 2 diamonds and a spade to lose.
No, still I don't think we have seen any boards that have been completely flat. I suppose, well, is it possible anyone could get as high as 5 diamonds? They shouldn't do, because West has got 4 triple 3 shape. It's a good rule, general rule to follow, not to sacrifice when you've got a balanced hand.
And it is too expensive. I don't think anyone will. Are you going to watch the highlight of the cricket tonight, David, or did you record it?
Well, I do occasionally watch the highlights, but bearing in mind how hard it is to take wickets, I usually just fast forward to the next wicket, which often takes quite a time. I saw England made a pretty bad start to their innings. What are they on now?
Stumps. And they avoided the follow-on, and they only lost 3 wickets. They are 196 behind, with Root and Bairstow at the crease.
It's not very inspiring viewing, is it, anyway, particularly with a stadium that's practically empty.
I agree. No atmosphere. Completely empty. Boring. Really boring.
About 5% as interesting as the match you're booked in to see in South Africa.
Well, that would be more interesting, and we will get a capacity crowd there. In Durban as well as Cape Town. Yes, so I have tickets for the Boxing Day test in Durban, and the next test in Cape Town in the beginning of January, 2nd of January.
Well, one of the good pairs, Buras and Narcievich, whatever his name is, they went down in 5 hearts to lose the maximum 100.
Yeah. There you go. Nothing is completely flat, and they lose quite a few imps. 5 hearts has no play.
Well, they are actually 18th, but I think you told me that was one of the pairs that came 3rd equal in the auction.
Yeah, they're actually 19th even. And what are we getting now? Wassel and Soule not in contention. They are 20th. Remember prize money for the first 12, so still something to play for.
Yeah, it's a bit strange that there's been a pretty sort of good atmosphere in this event all the way through, even in the qualifying rounds of the pairs, with huge swings going backwards and forwards, and now we come right in the final session of the final, and such big leads up the top that it's not quite so exciting as it was. That's unusual. You wouldn't expect it to be the other way around.
Diamond and Platnik are in the money. They are 11th. I'm asked who bought Vesper and Fitzgibbon, or where did they come in the auction? No one bought them. They had to buy themselves for 5,000 euros. Sorry, over to you, Dave.
I was just going to say that only one pair decided out of curiosity to see how much 5 diamonds doubled would cost, and the answer was 800, as we could see.
Yeah, the operator forgot to change South's name. It is Platnik, of course.
Will there be any pairs who think that hand should be open 1-no trump with a 6-card major? Maybe not, because it's too strong really, 16 points and the 6-card major. So presumably if he rebids 2-no trumps, 2 diamonds must be forcing to game, because in the French method normally that would show a weak no trump.
Yeah, they're getting to 6 spades, and that contract will make. You don't even need hearts, because you can throw a heart away on a high diamond eventually. Very good slam.
Well, it is a very good fit really. I mean, they're marching into it with no problem whatsoever, but I'm not sure that it was so easy. I think anyone who bids it has done well. So that'll be very interesting to see in an event of this standard with so many world-class pairs, how uniform that is as a final contract. Well bid. So West was unable to cube it in diamonds. That means that South knows that East has got the guarded king of diamonds in his hand. He's shown a flat hand by bidding 2-no trumps. He's also shown a diamond control by bidding blackwood when his partner denied a diamond. So he's never going to lead ace of diamonds at all.
No, but with my luck, if I had been at 6 spades, they would play a diamond to the ace and take a diamond rough. Down 1. Thank you very much.
Well, if that's your average luck, maybe it's better to be a commentator than a player.
I'm told that the leaders stopped in 4 spades against Hellness and Helgemo. That will be expensive.
Yes, doesn't surprise me though. I didn't think that was so easy. Well, I don't know. If you're playing standard 1 spade, 2 diamonds, 3 spades, cubed, yeah, you'd expect to get there. not bidding it is costing 65 already, with quite a few results still to come, so probably won't be far short of the maximum 100 that's allowed. A lot of pairs play that double shows 4 or more spades, and that one spade is the equivalent of a negative double without spades, showing both the minors. That method works quite well when one of a minor may be prepared by East, or even if only one club may be prepared. So now East would wish that he's playing support re doubles to show if he's got 3-card spade support or not. Seeing as there's no such call as re double, doesn't really affect matters, and he has an easy 2-diamond rebid anyway. Probably wouldn't bother to rebid 2 diamonds on a lot of ordinary hands, so imagine he may have 6 diamonds for that bidding. Can't understand the redouble at the moment. Most people play that shows on a doubleton in partner suit. If you had 3 or more hearts, you would raise it to some level, either directly or via a cubid. So the redouble can be used to say, I've got ace-x or king-x, and that helps partner to judge his opening lead if you don't win the auction. Whatever it meant wasn't a traditional meaning, or South would have led a heart.
Staying out of 6 spades cost 104, with one result still to come.
Oh, someone told me there was a cap of 100. That's obviously not right then.
No. Now they are all
See, that's right.
and it costs 117.
See this strange redouble, Roland. Joey Silver reckons it shows a low doubleton heart and the ability to compete, which he's barely got anyway. Just too low and an 8 count. I was explaining that it normally means on a doubleton in hearts.
Yes, that's the normal use of redouble here, a doubleton honor.
But it can't show much of a hand because South is really quite strong for his 1 heart bid, and he's got a singleton in the suit that East has chosen to rebid. So he might have thought there was a chance of game on.
And the Irish are back in the lead by a healthy 1.2 IBs. Because the leaders stopped in 4 spades and lost 117.
Gosh, well, they were more behind than that not that long ago. So even 117 wouldn't have done more than dent the lead an hour or so ago.
That's right. Well, I really hope that Mesburn Fitzgibbon win it. very, very nice guys. And they had to buy themselves, you know. They may be able to travel back with around 200,000 euros in their pockets, 100 each.
Maybe to celebrate, they'll fly back in premium economy. But in these days of BBO, they won't even be able to hide all the prize money from their wives.
No.
I'm just going out, darling. Where are you going? I'm going to the shops.
I'm pretty sure they have to pay tax also, David. You can't hide anything nowadays.
Is that right? The tax inspectors watch these tournaments, yeah, but they don't know how much the sponsors are paying the professionals, do they? That's all undercover, I'm sure.
So we never got Platnik in. Never mind. Doesn't really matter. The minimum bid in the auction was 6,000. So if no one bid 6,000, you had to buy yourself, and that would cost 5,000.
Yeah, 3 diamonds, 1 down is a pretty common result. One pair tried 3 hearts and went 1 off.
And the lead changed again. Vainikonis and Olansky back in the lead by 10.2.
Yes, they bid 3 hearts against them, so they just pick up some small swing.
Yes, Helena Selgemore did. But the result for the Irish not included yet on the scoreboard. It is now, and they lost 6.
Well, we've got 6 more boards, and we're going to get at least 3 big boards where large swings are possible, I'm sure. In the session that you were away for, Roland, Gerhard told us a really interesting story. I'm sure he won't mind us repeating it because he told everyone who was watching at the time. He said the last time that he played in the Cavendish, he was in the lead at a late stage, and a pair of his friends sort of said, "Are you doing well?" And he said yes, and to help their friends along, they began almost lowering their cards to show him the cards to help them along, which of course is a shocking thing to offer. And Gerhard and his partner were so horrified, they just stood up immediately and refused to look and said Gerhard's partner wanted to report this pair to the authorities. But they eventually decided, of course, they wouldn't benefit from the offer, but they didn't want to create a scandal and report them. So that was his story, which was very interesting and shows you the sort of thing that can go on. Of course, his friends were probably just trying to be nice to their friends, but in a big money tournament, that was totally unacceptable.
Absolutely. Well, match fixing is a real problem nowadays, isn't it? In all sports.
Yeah, the referees down at St Mary's, they always try and fix the games so Southampton can't win.
Yeah, just ask Mourinho. Every official is against him and Chelsea. Really ridiculous to fine him £50,000, David. Do you know how long it takes him to earn £50,000? 1.5 days. He is paid £33,900 a day.
Yes, that's right, but I certainly don't agree with, say, the main courts in a country fining people varying amounts according to how wealthy they are. That doesn't seem fair either. I mean, sometimes they suggest that for speeding, that if someone's very poor, you just fine them £20, and if he earns a lot, fine them £5,000 or something. Well, that's not fair.
That's what they do in our country. It's more expensive if you're wealthy.
Well, it's unbelievable. How are they going to assess someone's wealth? How do they do it?
Well, let's just go back to see what did he earn last year. That's what they do.
Well, it's just on his earnings, though, not the fact that he may have a 20-room mansion. Is that taken into account or not?
That I don't know. But they do look at what did he earn last year, and then he's fined a certain percentage of that.
Well, in that case, they should vary the jail sentences, and poor people should be in jail for a long time, and rich people hurts them a lot more. They should get shorter sentences.
Now here's the great man himself. We really owe Zimmerman a lot in European bridge. He's also the man behind the new event in February, the Winter Games, with huge prize money. So we'll get that in February with all the top pairs around the world, and then we'll get no Cavendish next year. So it will be the Winter Games in February, and then the next big event in Monaco will be the Winter Games in 2017. So only one event per year.
Gosh, he's actually lying sixth, so that's a pretty good few days' work for him, isn't it? Sixth in a pairs event.
Yeah, but you know, he's better than many people think. You saw how well they did in the transnational. They won the transnational with only two pairs, Helmut Selgemo and Zimmerman with top. In Chennai, that was. You see, he's
Yeah.
a good player. Mm?
Well, he must be. I mean, those are results that 99% of the world's players can only dream of. More than that, probably. Well, presumably he has to be really, really intelligent and able to make such a fortune, and that means he can absorb all the instruction he's given and make himself into a top-class player. Well done.
Yep. I don't know if you read today's bulletin, but there's an interview with Zimmerman. Jean-Paul Meillet interviewed Zimmerman, and he says many interesting things now.
Right, I've not had time to look at that. I know they've got a pretty good bulletin crew assembled, so I'm sure it's a good production. I mean, I assume all the kibitzers know that by now, that all these big tournaments do have a daily bulletin, and it's not even produced on paper nowadays. It just goes straight on the internet, and you can access bulletins not only just now, but I mean going back for decades. There are whole sites which are full of nothing but bulletins, and they're absolutely packed with good reading, loads of hand reports, except unfortunately for the USA ones, which are just packed with the results of the Midnight Swiss down to position 128. Hardly any hands at all, sadly.
That's right. So a mini no trump here, and North-South can make a grand slam. How do you get there? After West opening, it's a very good grand slam.
What do they collect with the double?
Well, they're getting out in two diamonds, and that will cost half a flat in Mayfair. Look at the East Hand. He has a genuine Yarborough. No card higher than a 9 spot. Odds are 18.27 to 1 again.
Yes, but if one no trump was doubled, he should pass on his hand and just accept whatever penalty comes his way. The opponents are vulnerable, and he's got no reason to think it'll be cheaper to go fishing up to the 2 level. But I was wondering if one no trump doubled was passed out, if they could probably take 11 tricks, can't they? Oh no, the clubs all fall. Jack 9-8. So the 7's good and the 3. Oh gosh, I think they can take 7 no trumps in defence.
Yeah, they can take all 13.
2 clubs shows the majors, and 4 clubs says choose a major we can play in games, and Zimmerman has got such a huge hand they may get to the Grand Slam now. Wow, that'll be a fabulous auction.
Should he bid 5 no trumps now, do you think?
Maybe
That's
5 diamonds. 5 diamonds exclusion, if that would be for both the majors.
Yeah, but they haven't agreed a suit yet, so that's very difficult. I don't think they can bid a grand. They can bid 6 spades, not a grand.
Trouble is he can't agree hearts and then bid 4 no trumps. No. Well, I think he has to make a Grand Slam try, but there's not that much hope of partner assisting him. He's bid 4 diamonds, yeah. Partner bids 4 spades. Now he can start cue bidding, I suppose. 5 clubs, 5 hearts.
Yep. Or could he bid 6 diamonds now as exclusion? How many key cards do you have outside diamonds?
Well, I don't know about that. Maybe, if anything, maybe 5 diamonds would be that. But I think if he cue bids and hears of the King of Hearts, he's going to expect partner to have the Ace of Spades probably. But we're expecting miracles to get to a grand. Probably he's just going to bid 6. Really, players feel they're on a bound to make a try, even if the chances of partner accepting it are pretty tiny. At least they can say, well, we looked at the grand.
You know what? I think many would bid the grand, and the reason is that at other tables West won't open, and then they have a free ride, and they may be able to find out that they have play for a Grand Slam then.
Well, I don't think it's that easy to find out, even if West passes. So say that I think it might just be best to bid 5 diamonds or something, or 6 diamonds, and the hope that if partner's then got King, Queen of Hearts and the Ace, he's going to say, well, he can't expect more than that. I've got 3 good cards.
But say one club, pass 1 club, 1 spade, 4 diamonds, which is a void, because 3 diamonds would have been a singleton. And then South should cube it 4 hearts, shouldn't he? And you're getting there.
Well, you're assuming they'd respond to spade. I don't think most European players would bid a diamond, expecting a partner to rebid in spades if there was a fit there.
2 results so far. No slam. Not even a small slam. Sia and Builder in 3 no trumps. Yeah, that will make. So he... Right, 5 diamonds, 6 spade. Yeah, well, it was too tough, really.
Yes. Still, South should probably have bid 5 hearts on the way. He's limited his hand by just bidding 4 spades. You know, he would feel a bit sick if Zimmerman put down Ace Queen of Hearts and he hadn't cubed the King. Anyway, they're going to get very rich in 6, so they don't want to take any risks. I mean, it might not be that easy to make the slam, say, if the trumps were 4-1, something like that. Yes, well, they say you should not be too greedy and bid a grand if there's any chance whatsoever that the other room, or here, the other tables are not even going to bid a small slam. The odds then are something like 17 to 1 against, you know, or something like that anyway. If you're just trying to get, if you're risking going off in the small slam and losing a lot when you had a fat pay packet coming your way by bidding the small slam. So isn't DeFranco going to be annoyed if his actual 1 no trump opening has helped him there, because 2 clubs was a fortunate springboard to get to a high contract.
7 results so far, only 3 in slam. Four in slam now, with 8 results. Sadly for the Irish, they bid slam against them.
But it looks like Helgamo Helness have the good cards, and they have a chance to bid a slam, and they're in 3rd place at the moment.
7 spades in now. Who bid that?
Buras and Narkiewicz.
They did, yeah. Vainikon and Solansky missed the slam again. Remember they did earlier, not so long ago, and now they missed it again. So the Irish back in the lead.
Back in the lead despite having the slam bid against them.
Yes. The good thing for them is that one pair bid the Grand Slam. Only result from this table missing. North-South may get uncomfortably high in spades here and may get doubled in 4.
See, imagine it were to go pass double. Would East really pass one spade doubles? You know, trying to make one spade when he knows there's a bad break. I sometimes think unless you're going to pass the reopening double, you do better to bid one no trump in the first place. Partner knows you've got something and he can then compete if he's got shape. So that shows very good playing strength to reverse into diamonds, the red against white when your partner's passed. Now, is Mano worth bidding 5 diamonds now? That's the thing. Just look at those wonderful cards in the minors. Partner might be just 6-4 with a few more points. But he knows from the north-south bidding that partner's got to avoid spade. And he just has such great cards. If partner is 2-5-6 for his reverse, probably East is filling up the gaps in the minors and 5 diamonds will make.
Yeah. Now 2 clubs was probably a sound spade race. I would prefer to show my hearts first, before I support spades. Then it's much easier for my partner to judge. Can I do that? I can, because I can bid 2 diamonds to show hearts. Then I can bid spades later, if I get the chance.
Well, that's the problem with showing hearts. You'd like to do it, but if West bids, you maybe can't show your hand, so it's a bit of a luxury. Oh, well bid anyway. That's a great 5 diamond bid. I mean, we can see how he's found it, knowing partner's void in spades, but it's really good bidding. Yeah, so far the first four results, everyone is in 5 diamonds.
Do you agree with Milton's pass over 5 diamonds? At these colours?
Definitely, yes. Doesn't want to go to the 5 level.
Because you haven't shown your heart suit. That's why you don't want to go to the 5 level.
Well, he's not expecting partner to raise hearts, so if he just showed hearts and they bid up to 5 diamonds and he'd never shown the spade support, then he'd be pretty worried about that as well.
All 5 diamond contracts so far, 2 of them doubled. One making with an over trick.
Yeah, well, I mean, when West shows a huge distribution like that, the breaks are going to be bad in, well, they're very bad in spades and 2-2 in hearts, but going to be bad in one way or the other. And South has got some sort of defence.
Play is easy. Clubs behaving. That's really what you need. Either diamonds 2-2 or clubs 3-2. Was a good lead.
Well, it does.
To hold it, I mean.
Does play very well in hearts, doesn't play well in spades, but really nothing much South can do about it. I mean, if he was playing transfers, he's got more of a chance to bid 2 diamonds because then he gets a second bite, but if you're not playing that, you can't really bid 2 hearts. 2 clubs looks best.
One pair boarded in 4 spades doubled down 2. And a
Well, anyway,
great result for the Irish here. 5 hearts doubled down 1. Let's see. No, it wasn't. Sorry, the other way round actually. Poor result because they took the save and 5 hearts against them.
anyway, I enjoyed that very much. It was a wonderful bidding board, and it's a good example of how the opponent's bidding can really help you to bid your own hands accurately. East's jump to 5 diamonds was very beautiful, really.
Not only did that board cost the Irish pair first place, they're down in 3rd now, overtaken by Helnes Helgemo also. So Olansky Vanikonis from Lithuania leading from Helnes Helgemo as we speak, with 4 boards to go.
Now West has to decide how high to go, and 5 diamonds is too high really, I think, with 2-2-3 outside. You need a singleton. The fact you've got 6 trumps is probably an overload of trumps, because you haven't got any roughing value that you can be sure of. You think 4 diamonds is about right?
Yeah. I would like to beat 5 though. I don't know why. But I guess you're right. 4.5.
Yeah, I mean they say you should add the total trumps, but that's not right at these high levels. You need a singleton to go to 5 diamonds, I think. You know, it's only love all. You could lose a bundle of tricks in spades, hearts and clubs opposite an ordinary 1 diamond opening. Bid 4 here. Of course partner goes to 5.
Yeah, I think 4 is a nice compromise. I agree with you. I would like a singleton to bid 5. And so would the Tessier. He bid 4. North may double this for takeout, obviously, but East will still raise. How expensive is 5 spades? Too expensive, right? Yeah, they can take a hard rough if they find it.
Yes, and still make a club trick. Well, he has doubled. No one can ask him to do more than that. So now over 5 diamonds, South may be tempted.
I think he will bid 5 spades now. He has absolutely no defense, but maybe he thinks 5 spades is too expensive.
Yeah, which it would have been. And in any case, if they can make 400, it's going to cost you 300. That's not much of a gain. And if that's a phantom, that can cost you a bundle. So it's not worth risking going to the 5 level unless you see the prospect of a large gain. Getting out for, say, 1 down at love all, 2 down is pretty useless. Only 3 imps in a match. And every time people say, oh, they may go on to 6 diamonds, it doesn't usually happen that way. Well, there goes another interesting bidding board. Very good. No interest in the play much, but we've had some very interesting auctions to watch.
Another mini. Becoming increasingly popular and non-vulnerable. What should West do here? Should he look for a spade fit, or should he just focus on clubs?
Well, some people play you can transfer into clubs and then bid spades, but others use that as showing us a shortage in spades. Helness and Helgamo conceded 5 diamonds, redoubled on the last board.
So he is showing his clubs now with 2 spades. And East will probably show a fit for clubs. Whether that's 2 no or 3 clubs depends on agreement. I prefer 3 clubs to be the super accept, and 2 no to say, sorry partner, I have no fit for clubs.
It was one of the maxims of the great Terence Rees that you should play 7 forehands in your 7-card suit. And here, it wasn't out of the question, facing such a weak no-trump, that North was about to step in. So he wanted to make sure his clubs were shown.
Yes, but this is fine if you can show a side suit now. But as you said, David, most people play 3 of a major now to show shortage. So he can bid 3 hearts to show heart shortage, but that won't promise 4 spades. Here we have the shortage. Singleton avoid heart. So East won't be interested in no trump, with only 1 stopper in hearts.
Just looking at the play in 4 spades, where if they take 2 diamonds and switch to a club, looks like that might sink it.
It will. How about 5 clubs? 3 losers, right? Yeah. 2 diamonds and a spade.
Well, they have to take the diamond, so they may be helped by this 3 heart bidder, because otherwise, East is playing 5 clubs, right?
Yeah, it's not so easy to find the diamond lead from the south side.
No, well, he's got 2 trump entries to his hand to play spades later.
Yes, as soon as he can get a diamond away on the ace of hearts, he's okay. So many imps will depend on the lead here.
I mean, if the bidding had been a bit less descriptive, you might be tempted to lead a heart, but knowing there's a singleton or void heart in the dummy doesn't make that very exciting. A spade lead is phenomenally dangerous. Well, every lead is dangerous apart from a club.
That is true. A low spade would actually also defeat the contract. Yes, you can get a diamond away, but then you have to lose 2 spades. And now it's make.
Yeah, well, low spade is totally out of the question at anything other than what Mr. Jibb thinks. Might sometimes lead the queen of spades, but there's no real reason to. Very dangerous.
His only problem is, what if clubs are 3-0? he needs to come back to his hand twice to play spades. So he plays spades right away in case trumps are 3-0.
Yes, well, according to the, the score sheet, one West made 5 clubs doubled on the King of Hearts lead, and another West did very well. He made 5 diamonds doubled on the King of Hearts lead. Well done indeed.
Five diamonds. Wonderful.
That's what it says.
Yeah. But we have
4 spades doubled and made.
the players, you know. I can insert anything into Bridgemate.
So everyone's bid and made game on those cards.
Yeah. The pair from Lithuania, Ulansky and Vainikonis, leading by almost 136 imps before the last 2 balls. From Mesper Fitzgibbon from Ireland.
Their result is not yet in for board 18, but not many big swings going around there, but they're possible, as we can see with some pairs might not bid 5 clubs, some pairs might play in 4 hearts.
That's right. 2 results missing.
They lost a few, conceding 5 clubs doubled, and only 19.
Well, that's the only result missing now for the Irish.
So Vanicone is still 112 ahead with 2 to go.
Right, we still don't have a result for the Irish, but here we are on the penultimate board. Week 2 in diamonds, would you believe? Wow, is that really allowed?
Two no trumps so much better than a double with the double diamond stopper. Now is he good enough to break?
Hey, the Irish gained 82 imps on board 18, and they are not far behind now. 5 hearts minus 1. So that was a very good board for them.
20 imps behind.
Yep, 20 behind.
Well, that would be a popular win outside Lithuania.
Many would play a retransfer here to make the strong hand declarer. I mean over 3 spades, the super accept. 4 diamonds by East to make West declarer in 4 hearts. Did Peter leave you, Gerhard? Were you lonely?
No, there are also 2. It's not so interesting, the matches there. So it just came over the last 2 hands because it's really exciting.
It is, but only first and second place, really. But that is very
Is that
exciting.
That's the only excitement we're looking for. Even that is a miracle given the scores an hour or so ago. So, are any pairs going to get in with spades on the north-south cards for a sacrifice? Say if south passes.
I think here East decided to bid 4 hard by himself because he might protect his king of club also.
That's a good point. But then he has no protection in diamonds.
That's the only diamond, and heart is in spade is singleton and singleton queen. I think it's quite reasonable to bid 4 hard with his hand by himself and not playing with a weak hand.
So here is Mr. David Bird with the closing ceremony.
Right. I was just going to say that some people do regard it as so automatic to retransfer that they might play 4 hearts instead as replacing the diamond cubid. That's just a small point on the technicalities. So this is the end of a very wonderful tournament, and we've got plenty of thank yous. First of all to the everyone who's been working hard in Monte Carlo to put on this tournament, all the people who've laid out the money, the sponsorship, the catering, everything like that. Absolutely great. Lots of pleasure to all these contestants who've had a really exciting time, and everyone's enjoyed it a lot on BBO. Thanks to them for providing their wonderful service. Lovely multicolour screen which is so exciting to watch. Thanks as always to our view graph operator. They've been so good. They tend to be the forgotten heroes of the whole occasion, putting in their hard shifts, getting headaches every few hours. I'm sure they do. I'd hate doing it, so many thanks to them. Thanks to the large numbers of Kibitzers who've come to enjoy this wonderful event with us. Thanks to various co-commentators I've had during the few days, Roland of course, and Gerhard, Peter Lunt and so on. They're all great guys and I enjoy their company. Thanks very much.
Thank you, David. Many more interesting events coming up. The upcoming weekend, we have national championships from Denmark, Sweden. Next weekend, the weekend after this, we have the English Premier League back, 2 weekends in a row. So maybe you'll be back for that one, David?
Yeah, it always seems to clash with me going to watch Southampton playing football. But yeah, I enjoy watching that, yeah.
I know. But they can't play Saturday and Sunday.
Southampton, was that the team which visited Denmark in Europe qualification for Europe League?
Yes, they lost to Midtjylland. That's right, Peter.
Well, actually, that Danish team's doing quite well, that team in the Europa League. They're second, aren't they, out of 4?
Yes, they won their first 2 matches.